The different forms of trauma. Presented by the Ward and Wellness Services. In association with CJ Ward Creations. Extreme heat resources. Definition. Extreme heat, often known as a heat wave, happens when temperatures are significantly hotter and more humid than normal for an area and lasts for several days to weeks. Heat waves may feel hotter than the actual temperature due to the humidity, and the heat index measures this subjective sensation. Extreme heat is dangerous because it forces the body to work extra hard to maintain a normal temperature and be comfortable, putting vulnerable people at risk of falling ill. Drought conditions may be accompanied by extreme heat. Before. The greatest method to help children and family members adjust after high heat is to be prepared ahead of time. Families should do the following to strengthen their preparedness. Be informed about how to access updated weather information. Official radio stations, websites, and/or social media should be used to offer weather updates and notifications, including the heat index. Assist families in understanding the various extreme heat alerts. Excessive heat outlook. When there is a chance of an extreme heat event in the next 3 to 7 days, this alert is sent. A forecast for extreme heat provides information to individuals who require a lot of time to prepare for the occurrence. Excessive heat watch indicates that conditions are favorable for an excessive heat occurrence in the next 24 to 72 hours to reach or exceed local excessive heat warning standards. Families should keep an eye on the situation. Excessive heat warning. For at least 2 days, heat index values are expected to meet or surpass locally established alert levels, daytime highs, 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. To avoid heat-related illnesses, families should take precautions. Heat advisory. For 1 to 2 days, heat index values are expected to reach locally stated advisory standards, daytime highs, 100 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. To avoid heat-related illnesses, families should take precautions. Understand the risks of extreme heat. Infants, children under the age of 4, the elderly, those who are chronically ill, and those who are overweight are more susceptible to heat-related illnesses. Families should be aware of the following symptoms of heat-related illnesses. Heat stroke occurs when the body's temperature cannot be controlled. Extremely high body temperature, more than 103 degrees Fahrenheit, red, hot, and dry skin, no sweating, quick and powerful pulse, pounding headache, nausea, confusion, and shifts in awareness are some of the symptoms. Seek medical help right away and keep your body cold. Fluids should not be given. Heat cramps are involuntary spasms of big muscles that occur after exercise in hot temperatures. Rest and rehydrate with a sports drink. Cold, pallid, and clammy skin, heavy sweating, cramps, weakness, headache, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, and tiredness are all symptoms of heat exhaustion. Hydrate and cool down the body. If symptoms intensify or linger longer than an hour, seek medical help. Take precautions to avoid the negative effects of severe heat. Families should be aware that adjusting to hotter temperatures takes time, so they should limit physical activity until they have gotten used to it. Encourage them to keep their dogs hydrated and cool as well. Ascertain that they will be able to maintain their home cool. The best defense against heat-related ailments is air conditioning. To keep the cold air in, families can weather strip their doors and window sills, and cover windows that receive a lot of sunlight with drapes, blinds, or awnings. Locate areas that provide relief from the heat. Identify locations in the neighborhood where families can go to cool off if they don't have access to air conditioning or if there are power outages due to higher demand. Restaurants, libraries, shopping malls, and businesses are all possible venues. Make provisions for the needs of children. Families should provide children with straightforward, truthful information about excessive heat. Remind children that during a heat wave, outdoor activities may be limited, and to stay hydrated. Help Kids Cope is a mobile app that teaches parents and caregivers how to communicate with children at various stages of development. During. Families can be safe if they know what to do during a period of excessive heat. Families should do the following: Keep an eye on the local weather forecast for excessive heat warnings and updates. Individuals who are at risk should be given greater protection. Heat-related disorders are more common among children under the age of 4, the elderly, those who are chronically ill, and those who are overweight, so be extra cautious during heat waves. When you're outside, try to keep the heat to a minimum. Encourage everyone in the family to dress in light-colored, lightweight, loose-fitting clothing, including a cap and shoes. Make sure they use a sunblock with an SPF of at least 30 on a daily basis. Families should drink plenty of water before and during activities, and sugary drinks should be avoided. It's better to take regular breaks inside or in the shade, and to do strenuous activities early in the morning or late in the evening. If a family member becomes hot, they should immediately go indoors, rest, and hydrate. When you're outside, keep the heat at bay. Encourage family members to dress in light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, including hats and shoes. Make sure they use a sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30 on a regular basis. Families should drink lots of water before and during physical activity, and sugary beverages should be avoided. It's better to take regular breaks inside or in the shade, and to do strenuous tasks early in the morning or late at night. If a member of your family becomes overheated, they should immediately go indoors, rest, and hydrate. A child or pet should never be left in a parked car. If there is a drought, adhere to official water restrictions. Alternatives to outdoor activities should be investigated. Parents and caregivers should acknowledge their children's desire to participate in outdoor activities while simultaneously seeking indoor options. Encourage families to prepare a list of things they enjoy doing together during the hotter hours of the day, such as going to the library or the store. For children participating in sports who are angry that their practice has been canceled and want to maintain their conditioning, suggest indoor routines such as yoga, push-ups, or walking up and down the stairs. View these handouts for further inspiration. Keep an eye on your kids for any signs of heat exhaustion. If necessary, get medical help. Most families will recover quickly after a period of high heat and be able to resume their normal routines. After a hot wave, most children will show resiliency. When the temperature drops, the most serious disorders, such as insomnia and irritability, tend to improve quickly. Children who have lost a loved one or a pet will require additional grief counseling to help them adjust.